Okay, I'm here. Early. I do have to go get my thumbs up. All links pin message. Got to turn off Do Not Disturb. I know people will call. Trendspider is on sale. Premium is on sale. And Alpha Pix is on sale. Hopes and fears. We're going to take that down. 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 And we're going to take that down again. Boom, boom, boom. I'm here. For anybody that is. We'll get started here in a little bit. Clear that. Clear that. Go to YouTube. Thumbnail looks good. Interesting. Yes, I did see it, Travis, last night. Travis, so here. I will talk big head to you. I got new lights, by the way. There's a fill light, so it looks a little bit like better behind me, and then I've got that light up there. But what I'm not sure of is there's a light over here. But I did see you got Trendspider last night. I've got to email you, just so you're aware. I just haven't had time this morning to do it. But, yeah. You'll love it. I mean, here's the thing, Travis. And I've told people this many times before. They just don't believe it. You've got to set yourself up for success with Trendspider, and it does take a lot of time. And that's why I tell people, get the annual subscription. It took me about 8 months to feel comfortable with it. It took me a year to get all of the things together. The 4-hour algorithm is much simpler than you would think, but it works. It works. And so I've got my entire setup in Trendspider so that my screen, and I tell Trendspider this all the time, is that my screen is set up so that if I change stuff, I get screwed up. Let me put you on a good morning, Jacob. I'm going to put you on a little countdown just because I got to go get my water. I'll be right back.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears.
Okay, I'm back. But yeah, Travis, you're going to love it. I mean, I was getting ready to tell you. What I really like about Trendspider is I can sit down, whether I have an hour, whether I have 2 hours, whatever I have, and I can always find a stock, whether it's a long-term investment, whether it's trading in an hour, whether it's trading on the 4-hour and I want to buy it and swing trade it, things of that stuff. I mean, it's so good. It just really is so good. And the enhanced is great. I mean, that's the thing is, that one comes with training and stuff, and get whatever you need. I mean, that's the thing is, look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy just got you out with a 7% gain. It's up 2% in pre-market. But over the past 2 years, it's won 45% of the time. Average win 66%. You want some pump? There's some pump for you. And the reason I'm on early is there's a big show. So, morning, Harold. We're going to do some scans. And this is what you do with Trendspider. You just go into the market scanner and you say, which scan do I want to do? This is the 4-hour algorithm scan. Taiwan Semi, XOM, which reports on Friday. Then I'm going to do, I did a new August 2025 buys. You know what? Let's see if any of these August. And we're going to put these in. APP, Credo, and Cloudflare entries. Let's see any of the top stocks. CLS, SMCI, which we'll talk about. Morning, Emery. Let's see leveraged ETFs. I'm going to put these in a separate group. ETFs. AVGX, SMCX, which is SMCI leveraged. And then low cost Vanguard. I like looking at ETFs because if I ever want to get in, ooh, there's a couple of good ones. Low cost SPMO, which is the momentum, which has just been phenomenal. MGK, SPMO, VUG, and VXF. MGK is, let's see, that's the mega cap growth for Vanguard. And then SPMO is the momentum, Invesco momentum. I mean, most likely this one got you in. I mean, if we ran the 4-hour SPMO, it's probably down here that it got you in. And you've just been running. But it tells you, ooh, there's another leg up potentially. Let's do spider sectors. Any of these? Nope. Probably not. Let's do the watch list. There's probably a bunch. AMD, which has just been a monster. Dell, Granny Shots. That's Tom Lee's ETF. XOVR, which includes, I think that's the SpaceX one. Let's do indexes. Dow Jones. American Express. That chart is ugly. But after their earnings, I mean, American Express, it's just, if you're going to go with the upper echelon of credit card spending, it's American Express. Axon gets a, why is Axon not in my watch list? And Marriott? How is that not in my watch list? Let me see. Yeah, that should be in the watch list. Because we may be going for another run on this. Look, the weekly taking a break. I mean, it's got to at some point. Morning, Mark. ETHU, fantastic. Do I have ETHU in the, let's see. I think it's in the leverage. No, it's not. Let's put it in the Bitcoin and we'll put it in the leveraged ETF. There we go. So it just started. You don't have a lot of, and by the way, you just had a reverse split. So that's messy. NASDAQ 100. Let's look at the S&P 100 and then we'll go back to some charts. AIG. Wow, a lot of A names for some reason. I don't know why. I wonder if it's skipping shit. I don't know. I mean, honestly, get Trendspider. And the stocks that you like, go and get it. So this one got you in at 55. You're at 113. I mean, 105% in 25 days. So CLS, yeah, today is CLS's earnings day. That's been a monster in this 4 hour, 119%. It's taken a little while, 107 days. But I mean, come on. When you run up that far into earnings, that's a little, I mean, it's still a strong buy. Where does Wall Street think that is worth? Let's see. $150. That's a 10% downside. I would expect some, I mean, unless these guys just blow it out of the water. CDNS, that one sounds familiar. Cadence, that's what it is. Cadence. Valuation's a little bit, oof. I mean, that one up 300 to 3. It's at its 52-week high. I don't know that I've ever really traded this one. I mean, AppLovin, it's in the same industry as AppLovin. I'd rather have AppLovin, to be honest with you. But let me see my analysts. Alpha Picks weekly market recap, Fed decision, undercover dozen. Boy, these guys, let's see what they say about PSIX. Steady quant buy is an exciting riser at the start of this year. Its stock price is skyrocketing. In this article, we will examine its growth trend and valuation status the year to date. LNG Canada, CRISPR Therapeutics, CCIF, Solid Power. Stock surges higher. The fund of funds could see sustained upside. YMAX. I mean, this is 60% yield. 60% yield. I mean, that's just, let's see the dividends. Dividend payout. So it's weekly. They paid 18 cents last week, and it's trading at $13. I mean, that's just nuts. So, I don't know. I like that undercover dozen. If you've got Seeking Alpha, just go and search undercover dozen. I like their reports. Okay, hit the thumbs up button, by the way. There's only 2 people that have hit the thumbs up button. But there are 12 people in here. Nobody's joining because it's not 8:30 yet. And they're going to join, and I'm going to be in the middle of the podcast. And they're going to be upset. So, Nike rallies after it turns, up 4%. This is kind of, I mean, again, back here in April when it was $50. I mean, even Nike is going up. Now, the valuation is crazy. 40 times forward earnings for a stock that's losing 10% revenue year over year. But, I mean, with tariffs coming in and them figuring stuff out, their profit margin's 42%. They don't have to do anything. And the street's going to reward them because it's Nike. It's just one of those brands. Morning, Wendy. But, yeah, let's get back to QQQ. I do have a big show, so I'm going to get started. If you haven't heard the PDT rule, let me get back to. Okay, there we go. We'll stop it there. That's a great little short from Warrior Trading. He's great. We'll talk about all things are not created equal. A difference between AMD and Palantir. If you missed nuclear, maybe nanonuclear energy is one that's just going to break out. Maybe it is. I mean, I remember, I guess it was almost a year ago at this point, somebody came to me and asked me about nanonuclear energy. And I'm the douche on the internet that said, nah, they're not making money. It doesn't make sense. Why would you go into this? And again, it was probably, I think it was even April of last year. So it was even longer term, like a way. Hey, I heard about this stock and I want to go into it. What do you think? And the stock was trading up here around 25, 26. Now, it dipped all the way to 7 in August. So if you bought the dip on this at 7, I mean, let's just, again, say you paid $8 for this, 386% just over 1 year. That's crazy. That's nuts. But nanonuclear energy, maybe it's going to run. And AMD, I mean, just, again, seasonality. I had two TQQQ. I'm still in TQQQ. I think I'm up 10% right now. Let's see. Let's go into my Webull account. The Webull account is up today. It's up 1% at 13.7, almost 13.8. And my TQQQ position is up 8.96% right now. So, and I didn't optimize that one. So, I mean, I really didn't optimize that one at all. I simply, I'll show it to you. TQQQ, if you got in on the 4-hour algorithm, kudos to you. Because you're way up compared to what I am. But TQQQ, the buy was June 25th, the last week of June, which I said was good because of the seasonality. And let's see, you are up even more than me, about 14, maybe 15%. So you're doing well. Okay, you know what? I'm putting you on a slight countdown here. I'm going to be right back.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears.
Okay, I'm back. I gotta turn on AI track. It always tracks me like leaving the room and stuff. Okay, so we've got seasonality with AMD. We'll take a look at that. It's really good. SMCI. Don't pass up on SMCI, by the way. This Huawei, I mean, that SMCI, Taiwan Semi, they're all in the chip space. But SMCI, Hamid, who is now my quant, I mean, this guy's so good. He just upped his position. Very wealthy for people that like that. Very wealthy for people that enjoy following wealthy people. Google, first golden cross in 2 years. Are we in a state where real estate is going to take off? Because it's underperformed. I mean, it has underperformed. You can see right here. I just took the top 2 performers. And over 3 years, real estate, the XLRE is only up 1%. I mean, it looks even worse for other time periods. So we'll take a look at that. Tesla and BABA are the biggest movers. I mean, Tesla, it's you're gonna see buy the dip on Tesla. It's earnings week. I mean, it's just earnings week. And we're gonna bring up all of the earnings this week. Dan Niles' take on it. August, not a good month. Not a good month at all. Super Bowl of earnings week. I'll bring up some things. We've got 80% of the companies that have reported. They've had wins. They're beating. I mean, we're beating on earnings. So Japan is already clarifying the deal's not so good because their citizens are up in arms. So doesn't mean that Trump's going to pull back on his rhetoric, but maybe somebody talks to him and says, hey, you got to kind of calm it down a little bit. Stock index futures pull up. Why? Because we got to deal with Europe, blah, blah, blah. Alpha picks, just this. I mean, we'll go over it. Let's talk about strategies, because your portfolio is a reflection of your temperament, not your IQ. That's all that is. I mean, that's all that is. So Ethereum, I went over this. You know what? I should. We're going to look at, let's go to the chat, because I counted it up. I've done 36 paid newsletters so far this year. So we're going to go over what I've done for paid members, just so that everybody's aware. It's pretty good. Yeah. I know, Emery, Nike, I don't buy Under Armour. I mean, I have Under Armour pants on. I do own a pair of Nike shorts, and their outfits did change. I like the sweatsuit that I bought, and I talked about it before. I like the sweatsuit that I bought, but it is what it is. Okay. So there's the show. I just went backwards. Morning, Sean. Sean was a winner of Trendspider, by the way. I still have to pick a winner. I think Sean likes it. Sean, I will tell you, as you get up on the 1 year, I don't know, when was the last time I gave away? I know July, I still got to give away one. I got to give it away at some point. Do. Let's see, am I on AI? Yeah, I am on AI. But let me change that framing. Okay, there we go. I'm a little more in the middle. Do. Oh, let me see. I actually want to go to Perplexity and Spaces and the podcast title, and then this one, because okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I buy more on Vacation Guy. I do buy the Lululemon knockoffs. Now, I have been in Lululemon and gone through their clearance items, and I've been tempted, but they're still not as good a price as what I get on Amazon. So, okay, let me start recording. Good morning. It is Monday, July 28th. You're going to hear the dogs come in and out. You're going to hear a lot. I want to show you first one thing. I do use Perplexity every day to come up with a title for this podcast. I use the notes that I have. So here you go. Unveiling my personal watch list. This is what's coming up, including a 74% gainer, exclusive ETF, and AI finds, Ethereum ETF, IBIT bullish scanners, breaking down key portfolio plays, 7 for 7 earnings on beats, 30% one-year gains, but critical market catalyst this week because we got the Fed meeting, we got global deals, we've got all the earnings. Is it time for real estate? We're going to kind of go over that. AI technical scans and golden cross alerts for some names. Must-know trading strategies for the evolving PDT rule. We're going to talk about that. But I just want to show you that I use AI for pretty much everything. Because, again, this is a paid newsletter. And I want to kind of go over this because I want to make sure you know that, yes, I am guilty as every other creator for doing clickbait. But there are 3 levels of the Daily Stock Pick newsletter, okay? You got the founding members. You can schedule one-on-one video sessions with me for an additional money, or you can just become a paid member, okay? These are expensive, but understand, most of this is just supporting me. I did 2 newsletters this weekend, 2 paid ones. The first one, Unlocking AI's Power Secrets, and then the paid section, the watch list. Okay? But I also added up. I've done 36 paid newsletters. And if you don't know, use the website and just go to the paid section right here. Okay? And you'll see all the paid ones that I've done to date. Number 1. Analysis and when to buy the Seeking an Alpha top 2025 stocks. I did that back in January. A tip on buying Newmont, NEM. Okay, pull up the weekly. Where did I suggest buying it? It was way back in February. Where was it trading in February? Down here. And I said, as it tracks past the 200-day, go and buy it. You just had the golden cross. Okay, so I gave that to folks. I am not currently holding this. I got scared. I sold out at 50. It's trading at $65 right now. Okay, the post about Melly. And TMDX yielding millionaires. Let's go and look at when that one, TMDX, which was one that I said, let's go and look at the weekly chart here. Well, you know what? We'll look at the 4-hour. I recommended it down here. Boy, in 90 days, that's 105%. Again, it's for paid members. I gave them 5 key investing lessons from the first half of 2025. This was just published. That should help you navigate the second half. Okay, and I give you quite a lot of fundamental and technical educational pieces. So it's in the paid newsletter. It doesn't mean you have to pay, okay? Everybody gets a daily newsletter with all the pod notes. You get the free bullish scan stocks that I do every morning. And you can reply in email to me directly. Can you start a conversation? No. Okay? But here's the level of response that you'll get. Founding members, you get one-on-one with me. You can schedule it. There's an additional fee. Paid members, you can just email me in Substack anytime you want. And my response time is pretty damn good. And then everybody else, I get back to you. But what did I do this weekend? There were 2. Again, this one, personal look at my watch list. My watch list. I think it's 24. It actually turned out to be 23 stocks, not 24. Full analysis, full charts. Okay? But the one I was actually more proud of, to be honest with you, because it actually unlocks how I look at stuff. And it unlocked a stock that is up 74% year to date that I put on my, immediately I put it on my list of, if this one pulls back 5% or more, I'm buying it. And yes, that's clickbait. Don't think that I have any kind of, magical power. It's just a stock I found. And how did I found it? It's Seeking Alpha and Trendspider. The way I write this newsletter is I write it for anyone that listens to the podcast, and I write it the way that I would want it written to me. Okay? It's great. If I were in the audience, I would get the tools first. Okay? I would go over to Linktree. I would sign up for Trendspider because I love Trendspider, or I would sign up for the Premium and Alpha Picks bundle. That's all I use. So forget the newsletter. Sign up for those tools first. And then if you want to support me, sign up for the newsletter. Okay? Just get the free newsletter. That's the key. That's the absolute key, is that free newsletter. So again, you want to talk about strategy? You want to talk about strategy? Here's a strategy for you. Your portfolio is a reflection of your temperament, not your IQ. If you buy and hold, I listened to Graham Stephan this weekend. Okay? Graham Stephan, one of his mistakes, he said, was he bought Hood. And he said it wasn't a mistake buying. He bought on the IPO at 41. It was a mistake selling down here at $8. And he said, the mistake I made was not knowing the reason I bought this. And the reason you buy Hood is because you use it, is because you like it. It's because they continually improve their service. Again, your portfolio is not a reflection of your IQ. It's a reflection of your temperament. A good stock with good products, with good profits, and good management, which Hood has, that's where you're looking at the gains. And so your temperament needs to be there. And if you want a strategy that's absolutely killing it, it's Alpha Picks. Alpha Picks up 30% year over year. They are beating the S&P. And here's the biggest thing. 7 of the companies in the portfolio have reported earnings. Guess how many beat earnings per share? 7. Despite tariff headwinds, 80% of the early reporting S&P companies are beating estimates, marking the 8th straight quarter of year-over-year growth. So far, Alpha Picks has delivered 100% earnings and an 86% revenue beat. Highlights include Carnival, which achieved its 2026 targets 18 months in advance. 11 more companies are scheduled to report this week. And Alpha Picks gives you the great analysis of everything. I just told you, Carnival Cruise Lines, they picked this one back in November. Okay? It wasn't a perfect buy. If you bought in November, you bought down here at 23. You had the opportunity to add to your winners. Okay? $18 for Carnival Cruise Line, a quality one. I bought more. Just before earnings, I went over, hey, it's run into earnings. Is this a good one? Well, everybody's on cruises. So are things bullish? Well, yeah. Yeah, we have a Fed meeting with likely no rate cut, but the tariffs are getting done. Japan's done, EU's done, China's closer. If you can get Canada, Mexico, Australia, and South Korea, it's bullish. Stocks are losing steam, Okay, we can look at QQQ. QQQ so far, you're still in a bull market. But if you're just looking at a 5-minute chart, this is the pop-up this morning, and you're losing steam. But again, risk tolerance is a big thing. Okay? The 4-hour algorithm on QQQ makes you 42% versus buying and holding makes you 47%. Use the 4-hour algorithm to get you in. Japan is already walking back. Trump is out there touting that Japan is the biggest deal we've ever gotten. Japan citizens are pissed. They are walking things back, and they're clarifying. Hey, it's not $550 billion that's going into the economy. The key to the market, our market will continue to go up. It's not that we won. It's that these trade deals are being signed. That's it. Then you have potentially bullish data with all of the earnings. Like I said, 80% of the companies have delivered earnings per share wins. 80%. And what do you have this week? You have the Super Bowl of earnings. Earnings Hub is the place where I go to look at earnings. But this Catalyst Watch email is fantastic. And the reason this one is so fantastic, it comes out at 3 p.m. every Friday. And they open up, you got stocks like Open Door and Donut? You're trading them? Well, look at the Volatility Watch. It tells you it's going to be a volatile week based on options. And Tuesday, you've got United Healthcare. You've got Boeing, you've got Spotfiy, you got Starbucks, and you got PayPal. Plus, Besant meets with China. Wednesday, Microsoft, Meta, Qualcomm, ARM, Carvana. Plus the Fed decision. Thursday, you got Apple, Amazon, Coin, MicroStrategy, Reddit, Roblox, Cloudflare. Plus, a hearing on the president's power to use tariffs. You don't think that that's going to move the market? The VIX may go nuts. But then you have this, and Ryan has been way more right than wrong. So you listen to him. Do you make decisions based on him? No, you make decisions based on your own temperament. But August can be a rough month, but it is very weak in a post-election year, which we are, of a second presidential term, which we are. Never higher going back to Eisenhower. And you've got this record run up. Well, let's look at the seasonality. Let's go back 20 years. Let's go back to 1999, 26 years. August, 58% win, but then you factor in Ryan's thing, which takes out the second term of a president. Again, August mean change 1%, but over the last 20 years, QQQ was only up by 1%. It's not one of the top months. And then you get September, which is even lower. Add this in, and then you've got the signs that maybe you just want to wait. And that's it. Dan Niles puts into perspective his week in review. This is what he's looking at this week. Magnificent 7 results this week. Okay, Amazon, Apple, he goes over them all. It is worth a read. It is worth a read. Again, holding these stocks, I'm not literally going out and buying these stocks. I'm holding them. I'm being very patient in this market. And I say this knowing that there is a lot of cash. I had a meeting with my dad this weekend, and I said, you got a lot of cash. You're underperforming the S&P because you're holding a lot of cash. Let's deploy that. When are we going to deploy it? We're going to deploy it when it feels uncomfortable. Okay, he's in his 80s. It's not like buying now and then you got a 10, 15-year lookout on these things. So I'm being patient with his. And I'm being patient with my own as well. But this may pose some really good opportunities. This week, let's get out of this. What if Amazon raises their prime price? Key themes: conference call, the management, including AI innovation, AWS, capital spending, what are they doing? But if they raise their Prime membership fee, that's a lot. That is a lot of revenue. And Amazon, when you pull back out, has it been crazy? No. If you bought this way back in 2020, guess where it was trading? 170. And you're only up at 230 bucks. It hasn't taken off. What if Apple announces some type of AI deal? Where's this one gone? This one, if you bought this way back in 2023, it was trading at 198. You're at 213. Meanwhile, the company has made billions and hundreds of billions of dollars. So what if they announce something? Again, maybe it's going to move the needle. Dan has a great take on this. And if you want specifics on some of these, Monday, Tilray, Tuesday, Boeing, goes over Microsoft, goes over Meta. This is an article that goes over the details of what to expect. Okay, because Friday, you have Chevron and you have Exxon. Which one's a better buy? I've got Exxon in the core portfolio. Chevron has been good recently. And I've said this many times. I think this one gets back to $120. But as you have oil going down, realize oil companies make less money the less you pay for oil. Now, the biggest movers of today, Tesla. We've talked about Tesla. Elon sleeping on the damn factory floor. Tesla, 4-hour algorithm, got you out with a 1.69% gain on Friday. Is it going to get you back in? Probably. It's up. Want to know why? They announced the EV maker a $16.5 billion semiconductor supply agreement with Samsung Electronics. That was signed way back in July of last year. Elon emphasized Tesla's hands-on role in enhancing manufacturing efficiency. So again, it's about efficiency. It's about the future. And Alibaba shares rose after the company unveiled its new AI-powered smart glasses, Quark AI glasses, real-time language interpretation. It's huge. Again, China is moving with AI. We're going to go over it in a little bit because Huawei is close to beating NVIDIA, but you can't invest in Huawei. Okay? Now, is it time for real estate? And I teased this one a little bit, okay? Over 3 years, XLRE is only up 1%. If you just invested in the S&P, you're up 61%. It is underperforming. Looks at XLK and XLI, they are outperforming the S&P. Why is every dip being bought today? Some podcasts I listened to this weekend, great insights. The kind of theory out there is that people aren't buying homes. So you've got a couple $100,000. You know, a typical younger person who is going to buy a home, maybe they have $50,000 saved up for the home. Maybe they have $100,000. They're putting that off. And where's that money going? Well, maybe it's just in a money market account. Younger people can't afford the homes. People who are in a home, they're waiting to rebuy homes because of the rates. So lower rates might make this sector boom. We saw it last week. Real estate stocks surged up amid strong start to earnings season. We saw it with D.R. Horton. We saw it with KB Homes. We saw it. So look at those opportunities that have lagged. Open Doors up 4% in pre-market. I mean, again, I don't think that that's anything other than a short squeeze. You know, this one, the valuation, they're not making money. Their growth, they're not growing. Their profitability sucks. But their momentum, fantastic. And so far, 5 people are taking their earnings per share up. But again, real estate, I just don't see it as I see it as performing, but I'd like to wait to get into it because I'm a large cap tech investor. Again, my temperament is in large cap tech, and I take these small things as little wins. You create the thesis around them. Okay? One of the theses I have in large cap tech, Google. It just had its first golden cross in 2+ years. And Trendspider has this nice little golden cross indicator that you can put on your charts. I don't have it on my charts. And again, if I change this damn chart, I don't know how the hell to get it back, but I've drawn my own lines on this. Where do these lines come from? Well, there's the 2021 high, 150. That provided support during the April pullback. And then 193, that was July 2024. That was the high back then. That provided resistance up here, not exact resistance, but enough it pulled back. Where are you trading right now? 194. It's at a pivot point. But during this time, back in July 2024, look at how high the MACD was. Look at where the RSI was. It was at 74. Where are you at right now as you cross it? You're at 62. And the MACD right on the oscillator. It's got some room to run. Where would I want to buy it? Under that 193. Again, it's just about coming out with this thesis. I do think that Google is one that continues to win. And you can install this on your Trendspider chart. Now, Hamid, this is my new freaking quant. This guy has said Bumble and SMCI. These are his two new goes. And this guy is, if you're into following wealthy people, Hamid has a freaking Cybertruck, a new multi-million-dollar house in Arizona. He is the CEO of Earnings Hub. He's fantastic. He's a must follow on Twitter. Okay, what's he doing now? He's upping his position in SMCI by 50%. With all the continued and even accelerated spend on NVIDIA and AI chips, SMCI is in a great position to rapidly grow. And so let's look at SMCI. I mean, it's very simple to look at the 4-hour algorithm. Does it perform? Fuck yeah, it performs. Sorry. 84% versus 69% if you buy and hold. 25 positions over 24 months. It got you in back in May at 33. That's 52%. He's doubling down at this point. Is it a good idea? Look, weekly, we just talked about this with Google. The RSI at 61. The MACD right at the oscillator. And you're seeing the 50-day start to move. The 9 and the 21 have already moved. The last time this stuff happened, this one made a 1,277% gain. So again, do I think that this is the end-all be-all? No. But 55% off of last year's highs. It's interesting. The PE down here, the fundamentals, revenue, it's right about the same. Hold on. Penny, stop it. Now what why? Unveiled AI computing system potential rival to NVIDIA's. Jensen Huang has been out there saying that China is going to start to catch up. And they're doing a good job. Well, guess what? They need racks too. And it might be SMCI. So it might be a good idea to get SMCI. Maybe. Again, make your thesis and go and get it. Now, my thesis seasonally was TQQQ. Back at the end of July and end of June, I said, you know what? This buy makes sense. Right here at $78. You want to know why? You go back 15 years on TQQQ. July is up 94% of the time, and the mean change is 12%. Boy, if you bought into this, so far you're up 14%. I am in this. I am not up 14%. I'm up like 9 and change. When I get to 10%, I'm taking it off. Want to know why? Look at the seasonality of TQQQ in August and September. It's not good. 53%, it's one of the worst months. Mean change, 1.14. September, It was only up 40% of the time. Mean change, minus 2.43. It's a triple leveraged ETF on a daily basis. But you want to know one that looks really good for the last 50 years? AMD. AMD. 61%. And if you have Trendspider, you can pull stuff like this up. Again, it is not foolproof. But let's go back. This is 26 years. August, one of the best months. Mean change, 5.71. Maybe you want to do a leveraged ETF on AMD. But again, using these tools, you can find these opportunities. Are these great long-term? No. Seasonality, it is a trade. It is a thesis. You are putting it in play. If you have a different thesis on the fundamentals of AMD, that's when you want an investment. And if you miss nuclear, maybe the one you want is nano nuclear energy. The daily chart shows you it may be getting ready for move. And you can't see this, but I'll show you right here. See that little line down there? That's called the squeeze line. I do not have it on my chart. I don't use it. But boy, I like this buy in here at 39. You're at 41. And you've got a little gap up there. You got a little tiny baby gap up to 44. But by the way, 41 to 44, that's almost a 10% move. I'll take it. It's a trade. And again, if you look at this daily and you move back here, oh, I don't want that. Let me move this down a little bit. If you move this down here, you can see back here, kind of a double high. We're just going to put a little line right across, right at about this section right here, 37, providing some resistance on the weekly. So you go to your indicators. Your RSI, it's currently at 66, could back off a little bit. Your MACD, just above the oscillator, could back off a little bit. But again, you use these to come up with some type of thesis. Now, we just talked about AMD. Let's look at the fundamentals of some things, okay? AMD, $270 billion market cap. It had $7.6 billion in revenue. Palantir, a $275 billion market cap. So it's higher than AMD. $828 million, not billion, in revenue last quarter. All things are not created equal. You want to know this. What I've made mention many times before. I want to own Palantir, not at this valuation. Have I missed out? Absolutely. It's up 1.27% in pre-market. Look at that. I have missed out on the entire run. I just haven't been comfortable. Am I upset about it? No. It's just one of those that got away from me, and I'm not going to chase it. I'm not going to chase it. You've got to remember, there are times to chase and other times you don't chase. Now, AMD, it's right up. I have said many times before, that 164, where'd that come from? It's the 2021 highs. That's going to be some type of resistance. The only time you really got over that resistance was March 2024. And it went up, but you've broken that downtrend. And you've broken it in a big way. You were trading under $100 back in May. Back in May, you were trading under $100. It's at $169 right now. Again, finding the opportunities. Am I in this one? No. Should I be? I absolutely should have been. Find the opportunities. Now, I want to make mention of this. This is Ross Cameron from Warrior Trading. And the thing that's on the screen, it says game changer. It is a game changer. I mentioned the PDT rule last week. You want to prepare for this. The PDT rule is pattern day trading. So if your account is under $25,000, you're limited to trade like 4 times a week. And then you've got a week off because they say, oh, we're protecting you. The government, the SEC says, we're protecting you. Well, the new proposal is to take that from $25,000 down to $2,000 in the account. That's going to be a game changer. It's huge. You want to know why? Because you will see a high volatility in dollar stocks like Ross Trades. Ross Trades momentum stocks. You're going to see things like GameStop. You're going to see things like Kohl's, like Open Door. You'll see the opportunity to get rich. This is side money, but you want to be ready for it. You know what stock is going to freaking skyrocket if that happens? It's Hood. It's Hood. If your risk tolerance is high, then you can make money. But don't wait for the PDT rule announcement. Do it beforehand. Go into paper trading. Practice trading, okay? Practice on charts. This is not something that matters about fundamentals. Ross doesn't care about fundamentals when he's trading. In investing, he absolutely does. But if you have a high risk tolerance and you have time, this could be a time to do really, really well. Mother effer, this damn light. Hold on. It burned out. Oh, I'm trying to get this light back on. Let's take this one off. Stop, Penny. Penny, I love you, but good God, you've got to calm down. This one was a full battery. Now we're going to change this. Oh. Now this one's almost dead. Okay, we'll put this up as long as it can take. Watch out. I'm gonna plug this in to this. Ooh, now I'm bright as fuck. Okay. I'll just plug that in there. And I should be able to plug this one into... we'll forget about the background. Okay. Okay. Sorry, my light went out, so I had to do it. But again, practice your trading with Trendspider or whatever chart. You want to be ready for this because it's going to be small wins. You're not going to make life-changing money unless you have huge risk tolerance and you want to take the risk. I would advise against it. I'm not going to take big risks, but I want to be ready for the time when that pattern day trading changes and people start really trading momentum. So let's talk about the scans. The scans are stocks that are bullish in the 4-hour algorithm. Taiwan Semi gets a nod up. You can see we're already up 61% in 105 days. It says, hold my beer. We're going for another run. Again, let's look at seasonality. The last 26 years, August is a better month. Maybe that means good for Taiwan Semi. We can look at XOM. We talked about this one. 110. I think it's a $120 stock. They have earnings coming up Friday. Maybe it's good. A stock that I really like and is on my watch list and is an alpha pick, AppLovin. This one's a good one. At 346 back in June, it told you to buy. Where are you right now? 364. It says hold my beer. Maybe this little baby gap up here at 422 gets filled. Their earnings are coming up August 6th. Credo. This is one I sold at 95. It's now at 103. Got you back in at 102. Cloudflare, NET. This is one that gets you in again. 191, it says, hold my beer. We may be going for another run. In pre-market, you're up 1% at $200. Okay? The entire list of bullish stocks in the daily newsletter that comes out every day. It is free. You don't have to pay for it. Down at the bottom, I don't think that this one has it because it's Friday. Yeah, we didn't do it on Friday, but we did this one. Let's see. All-time highs, pullback. I think this was Thursday. We're going to pull that down. If you just scroll to the bottom, all of these lists, it's called scans, okay? Bullish entries on the 4-hour algorithm. If you don't have Trendspider, go and chart these in your own charting program. That's it. It's very, very simple. There's a couple leveraged ETFs. There are some low-cost ETFs, including SPMO, which is a momentum ETF. But again, these are the bullish entries in the 4-hour algorithm. You can get this in your email box every day that I do a podcast. Everything you want is here on Linktree, okay? Trendspider, it's on sale. Go and sign up. It is a fantastic product. You can try it for 2 weeks for a lower price, or you can sign up for the annual plan. You only get my 4-hour algorithm when you sign up for the yearly plan, the annual plan. I will give you more than just the 4-hour algorithm. You get a lot, okay? Then the next one on Linktree is the bundle. And you save $160 off this bundle when you use my link. It is a fantastic link. Why? You get premium, okay, which is the quant, which is where you just saw me go through articles where I found stocks. You also get to import your own portfolio and it rates it. And with the bundle, you get alpha picks. You can buy each one of these separately. But I tell you, the bundle saves you money. And I think you want both because I use both. You want to know why? Alpha picks, the portfolio since inception is up 182% versus the S&P at 64%. My link saves you $50 off of this portfolio. You get 2 stock picks per month, one on the 1st, one on the 15th. You get the full analysis and you get access to the entire portfolio where you buy it in your own brokerage. It gives you the holding percentage, and so you can set it up the way that you want. I use these stocks to add to winners. And so I'm actually doing better over the past 6 months than Alpha Picks is because I've added to some of the winners. I haven't cut the losers. I only sell when they tell me to sell. But when I trade them, these guys have been able to find crazy stocks that have been up. I think it was SMCI in 2023. They were up like 1,000% on that one. So again, those are the tools. Now, if you want to see what earnings are coming up, Earnings Hub. I don't have a link for this one. It's just earningshub.com. And if you want my newsletter, again, the paid newsletter is one thing. But the free newsletter is free to everybody. So if you have any questions, hit me up. You can simply reply to the email. If you're a paid member, you can hit chat and just chat with me automatically. So have a great week. Enjoy yourself. I will be back tomorrow if this is the only one you listen to. Okay, say bye. Okay, my light's probably going to go out. I'm not going to care about it, though, on the live portion. Okay, we're going to go back to podcast with new graphics. That is and I've got to edit this now. And I've got to do a thumbnail. Okay, let me see. We're going to edit that together. Okay, and then oh, come on. Why is it so far over? Good God. Okay, there we go. We're going to go here. We're going to make that large. This could be a time to do really, really well. Okay. I'm going to cut that out. I was on a rant there about PDT. And then we're going to do that. And then we're going to copy. Copy. And then paste adjustments. Color correction. There we go. Okay. Well, sorry, my light went out, so I had to do it. But again, I'm just going to take that out. Nobody's going to listen to that end part. Really, really well. Practice your trading with Trendspider. There you go. Okay. And we're going to pop in some green screen stuff. I still haven't redone the graphics. I got to redo the graphics a little. By the way, I wrote to Canva because so many people want to sign up for Canva through me. It's like crazy. I should be an affiliate, but they charge, I think it's like $15 a month or something. It seems expensive. Okay. Bump, 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 export. Next. 728 pod. Save. Larry! Okay, let's see. We're going to go to Canva. And we're going to go YouTube thumbnail. Okay, let me read your comments. Morning, Nathan. Morning, Eli. Yeah, Meat Stick. Google's a good one. Google's, I mean, and you haven't outperformed. I mean, here's Google. I don't think this year you've outperformed the S&P. Google's up 14%. The S&P over 1 year is up 18%. Google over 3 years, you're beating. 5 years, you're going to beat. In 10 years, you're going to beat. Yeah. But year to date, it's only up 1%. 6 months, it's not up. 1 month, you know, you're up 13%. So, oh, Larry, I could probably use you. I actually called my buddy who's a electrical engineer. But, oh, Larry, by the way, if you're an electrician, you guys are effing geniuses with getting wires around walls. Morning, King, by the way. So, you're buying Qualcomm, Eli. Let's see. I mean, that's no brainer to me. Yeah. King, not what are my thoughts on McDonald's. What are your thoughts on McDonald's? I'm more interested in why you think that it's a good buy. Tell me that while I work on this design. And Eli, I think if you had a meeting with Qualcomm, I think you need to ping me as to why you're buying it after your meeting. Boeing isn't expensive. Boeing, I mean, just look at the historic of Boeing, and you're just trading above your 200-day. But from a fundamental standpoint, it has changed because it's not earning what it used to earn. But I do think that they will turn the corner. So I like Boeing. Royal Caribbean's a alpha pick stock. I mean, I've been trading that one, and I just, good God. I mean, people are on cruises. So, okay, hold on 1 second. I'm going to put you on a countdown, and I'm going to be right back.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to
I think
the
I screwed
sound
up.
of the trading.
I think on the podcast I said, okay, King Kanye, drive-through is always busy. Okay, if that's your take on McDonald's, let me just take you through McDonald's, okay? McDonald's. We're going to first look at a weekly chart. And this is, King, this is how you look at stuff. McDonald's. Ever since May 2023, you've been trading around this price. So if you're okay having the money be the same for 2 years, maybe McDonald's is your thing. MACD, right at the oscillator, not bad. RSI, 50, it's great. You're still in an upward trend, but you've just kind of flattened out. Let's go look at the fundamentals. Now, I can't tell you if it's going to be a good one or not, but its valuation, you're trading 24 times forward earnings for a company that's actually losing revenue year over year. Okay, they're expected to make more, and their revisions are good. Their profitability, fantastic, because they barely use meat. Their momentum has sucked. From a restaurant perspective, they're number 15. What's number 1? Red Robin. Boy, let's look at the 3-year trend of Red Robin. 5 years, it's up, down 19%, but 1 year, it's up 18%. Year to date, it's up 23%. 6 months, 1 month, you're up 24%. So again, I think your take on McDonald's is not necessarily a bad one, but you do need a little bit more than that. But I will tell you, if you're just Warren Buffett would say, if he was just looking at a stock chart, he would say, yeah, I don't mind that business. And he doesn't, because, you can take a look at Coke. I mean, he doesn't mind that business at all. Coke is one of his biggest ones. Look, that looks very much like the 200-day of McDonald's. It's not soaring straight up. I like Amazon. Amazon's a top 5 holding for me. So, okay, let me see. The title of this. Oh, God. Okay, it already did. Title of a Supercharged Earnings Week, top 2025 stock picks, AI power moves. I want to do stock rocket. Let's look at rocket. I'd like something that indicates a rocket going up. More cartoonish. That one's too busy. This one looks interesting. You know what? We'll do this one. Oh, but he's sitting. Oh, I wish I could. You know what? We're just going to take his. We're going to take that out. And let's put. And we're going to do this. Position. Backward. No, I'm going to take that. Actually, we're going to take this. Take that out. Let's just do an element, and we'll do stuck. Let's look up rocket. See all. Let's look at a rocket thing. The reason I have Coke and Pepsi is because I drink them. Morning, Alex. So UNH is insiders are not selling, which is probably a good thing. Let's move that. Let's say we're going to do that. And then and we're going to do spacing. We'll say that. No, let's do spacing. Let's just put it at 0. No. Let's go down a little bit closer. We'll do that. Okay. And we'll shrink that down a little bit. And power moves. Oh, come on. And then we'll shrink that down a little bit. I want that spacing though. Let's Sure, Eli. Requests are, I'm like a DJ. I think Amazon's one of the best bets in the market right now, but for long term, buy and hold. And again, I go back to, your portfolio isn't your IQ, it's more your temperament. Let's see. I like this one. Let me go to Perplexity. What did Perplexity say? Spaces, podcast titles, and okay. Oh yeah, I need to do that. I need to do that. I need to figure out Substack a little bit. That's part of the problem, Mila. And you do a newsletter. It is annoying as hell setting up that homepage because I just don't know programming and I don't know this stuff all that well. Yeah, I need to sort it by some type of. I have it sorted by date right now. But I think I'm going to create a section. And I mean, the problem is they don't allow us to do a bunch of sections in there. But you're right, it's not organized effectively. So, no, Google doesn't have earnings this week. Microsoft does. And Amazon. And we want Meta. And God, that damn logo is huge. I don't know why I did that. There we go. And let's shrink me down a little bit. You know what? Let's see. Let's see if I can create this green. No. Nah, that's good enough. It's a Monday. Download. I saved $1. Q-tip, no. Yeah, they are. They are unbelievable. And traditionally, where yields get taken out of the stock once they pay the dividend. So, VKTS. There is no VKTS. VKTX. X. Viking Therapeutics. You wrote about this one. 25% short interest. But yield max. I forget the one that I was just looking at. Oh, here. So if I go to my analysts, you might like this one. Q-tip. I'm going to put it with my affiliate link. F that. Because we might as well, if anybody in here signs up for Seeking Alpha, we'll just do that. And then paste. Oh, and it won't let me do that. Son of a bitch. Okay. Just go and Google, use my link. Use my link because you'll save money. But, oh, come on. What the hell? Now I can't chat. Paste. Let's see if that one goes in. There you go. So if you go to that Undercover Dozen article, one I was looking at, Q-tip, was WiMAX. WiMAX is one. This is one that just paid out 18 cents or something like that. Let's see. Dividend history. 18 cents. It's a weekly one. And they paid out 18 cents on a $13 stock. So I don't know if they give you the yield on that one, but you can figure it out. I mean, it's a weekly one, so you're getting, it's a crazy dividend yield. 60%. I mean, it's a 60%. You know, it is what it is. But, okay, now with that, I am done. So I've got to go do things that require me to show the screen that I'm not going to show. So here's my take on Webull, Eli. It was a SPAC, and I'm not particularly crazy about SPACs. This one, you've made quite a bit of money of recent because you're at 16. So even if you bought it the SPAC at $10, you're up 60%. The reason I'm not a super fan of the SPAC is because you don't get a lot of like data, and at 68 times forward earnings, let's just do a peers thing. Edit symbols. We're going to do interactive brokers. I don't care about Raymond James. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. And we're going to add in Bull. So we're going to just look at the three. And we're just going to look at year to date. Year to date, Hood is up 181%. Interactive brokers, 48%. Bull's up 21%. You are doing really well in any of those. Any of them. So, you know, $92 billion, Robinhood, $110 billion, interactive brokers. Webull is only $7.8 billion. The valuation, Bull is not covered, so you can't look at that. But what you can look at is the 52-week high of Bull is $79 effing dollars. So, it came out and it got that squeeze and it went up. 1 month, Bull is outperforming. Now, when you look at valuation, Bull doesn't have any of this. So do they deserve that PE? Revenue growth, 11%. They're not growing like Robinhood is. Gross profit margin, they don't have the gross profit margin that the others do. So where am I going to put my money? I'm kind of looking at Robinhood, but I want to pull back. And again, you know, the only reason I want Robinhood is the management of that company is so aggressive. Interactive Brokers is very similar. Whatever Robinhood does, Interactive Brokers and Webull does as well. And Interactive Brokers, when you look at the actual valuation of it, it's half the price of what Robinhood is. But when you look at growth, they're only growing at 20%. Robinhood's growing at 60%. And where do you think those kids at PDT are going to go? They're going to go to Robinhood. We're going to see some at Webull because I promote Webull. I like Webull way better than I like Robinhood. I think it's more about whose app you started using. That's my thought about it. So and you know, my Webull account, I'm logging in right now. Oh, let's close it down. It's starting to think because it's 9:30. Network error. There we go. Right at 9:30, it seems to have a blip, but I'm down from where I was. Probably because, did IBIT go down? No, IBIT's up. What's down for me? Spotify's down. Spotify's the only one that's down. But my TQQQ is up 8.7. So that's come down. Yeah, that's come down a little bit. But Let me see. Travis, if you're still here, I got to forward you. I just got a message from somebody saying they signed up for Trendspider. So where did you go?
What?
Were you gone?
I was gone. She wasn't.
Oh, I didn't even know you were gone. I'm sorry. Okay. Let me look at my Fidelity account now that the market's open. And then I'm getting off because I'm going to go and post all this stuff. I'm up 0.31. Ooh. I'm waiting for Comet. I'm on the list for Comet, but they haven't sent me the invite. I'm on the list. You'll probably get Comet. Eli, I will tell you, the browser for Perplexity is amazing. Evan from Spaces, Stock Market News, the Wolf Crew, he's got it, and he's on screen on Spaces Live, showing you how incredible it is for stock charting. Just looking at stuff. I mean, it's so good. Travis, I'm going to email you once I'm done with the newsletter, okay? So you'll probably get one right after that. Yes, Eli. Exactly. And that's part of what I'm throwing up in a, yeah, it's called Comet. Let's see. Yeah. So it literally, it's a far better browser than Chrome. It integrates everything. I mean, just everything. And you can literally pull up on the right-hand side all of this. And it interacts with the website directly. So I'm so bullish on this one. Now, there are OpenAI is working on their own browser. There will be other browsers that come out that probably start to blow this away. But so far, my go-to is Perplexity. And so I don't have Pro. Let me see. I don't want to go to my account and stuff on here. But I like this browser. I'm on, and just what it can do. Browse, email, master your inbox. I mean, just search. You can talk to it, browse with your shopping, travel. They don't even touch on finance. But it's so powerful with finance. I mean, Perplexity as a whole, if you go to Perplexity, and I did this weekend on the paid newsletter, this finance tab is amazing. Amazing. I've got to set it up. I'm scared to do it with my own personal kind of stuff. So I'm trying to do I use it under the Daily Stock Pick email, but I don't want to use it under, because then I'm going to have to show it, and I just don't like it. Yeah. They give you a certain amount of Pro each day, I think, or each month. I use it up. I don't know. I mean, honestly, for what I use it for today, it's this. So I'll use Perplexity, and then I'll go to Grok, because I pay for Twitter, so I get Grok like enhanced, I guess. And then I'll go to Google, and that's just kind of the way I go down. So, okay, I'm out of here. I gotta go upload this stuff and everything. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Eli, if you have any questions, you're free to email me or just, send me a message. Okay. See you guys.
Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell. My heart starts to pound. Daily stock pick trading podcast in my ears, guiding me through my hopes and fears. Tune in daily, don't miss a single show. Sign up for the newsletter, let us help you grow. Taking risks, making moves, seeking success. Together we'll conquer, no room for any less. Listen now. Every morning I wake up to the sound of the trading bell.